Page 116. The secret of the method how to achieve your goals. The journey of knowledge and the tests that shape us. Episode 116. Have you ever judged something before truly experiencing it? Or assumed that your current situation is permanent, when in reality, it may only be preparation for something greater? Today, we explore a powerful truth about knowledge, patience, and the hidden purpose behind life's struggles. Segment 1. Never judge before experience. One of the most common mistakes people make is judging things too quickly. We dismiss opportunities. We underestimate paths we have never walked. And we judge ideas simply by appearances. But wisdom teaches something different. Never underestimate something before trying it. Just as you should never judge a book by its cover, you should never judge a path before walking it. Because sometimes the path you doubt the most is the one that leads you to transformation. Segment 2. The path of knowledge. There is a profound principle about knowledge. Anyone who sincerely seeks knowledge begins walking a path that leads somewhere much greater than information. Knowledge shapes character. It transforms perspective. It changes how a person sees the world. And through knowledge, a person begins to understand his purpose. That is why teaching good to others carries such a powerful reward. Those who guide others save them from years of confusion and wandering. They shorten the path for those who come after them. Instead of letting people struggle alone in darkness, they offer light. And that light spreads further than they may ever realize. Segment 3. The responsibility of those who learned. The person who has struggled, sacrificed, and endured hardship while seeking truth carries a unique responsibility. Because once he discovers the path, he can no longer keep it to himself. He now understands what others are going through. He knows the confusion. He knows the frustration. He knows the long search for guidance. So when he shares what he learned, he is not simply teaching knowledge. He is saving people time, effort, and unnecessary suffering. Segment 4. The power of supplication. One of the most important spiritual principles is simple. Ask. Ask sincerely. Ask persistently. Because a person who stops asking begins to disconnect from hope. But a person who continues asking keeps the door open. The act of asking is not weakness. It is trust. Trust that the one who created you listens. And trust that the one who listens responds in the right moment. Segment 5. Inner transformation before outer change. Many people search for external change without addressing the internal one. They want new environments, new opportunities, new circumstances. But real transformation begins inside. Before physical movement comes spiritual movement. Before migration in the world comes migration of the heart. A person must first leave behind bad habits, harmful thinking, and destructive desires. Only then does true change become possible. Segment 6. When purpose is missing. When people lose clarity about their purpose, something interesting happens. Energy disappears. Motivation fades. Anxiety grows. The person becomes overwhelmed by doubt, confusion, and frustration. This happens because the mind needs direction. When the goal is unclear, effort becomes meaningless. But when a person discovers a meaningful purpose, everything changes. Suddenly, effort becomes exciting. Sacrifice becomes meaningful. And difficulties become part of the journey rather than obstacles. Segment 7. The role of trust and optimism. Another key principle is having good expectations. Not blind optimism, but deep trust that there is wisdom behind every stage of life. Many people assume that discomfort means failure. But sometimes discomfort means preparation. The challenges you face today may be building strength for responsibilities you cannot yet see. As the saying goes, the greatest battles are given to the strongest soldiers. Segment 8. Every stage is temporary. Another powerful lesson is understanding that life moves through stages. What you experience today is not permanent. Success is temporary. Failure is temporary. Comfort is temporary. Difficulty is temporary. Each stage prepares you for the next. Even mistakes often become training for future wisdom. When people understand this, they stop seeing their experiences as meaningless. Instead, they begin to see them as preparation. Segment 9, Hidden Potential. Every person carries abilities that remain hidden until pressure reveals them. Talents appear when responsibility increases. Strength appears when challenges rise. Leadership appears when others hesitate. The struggles you face may simply be the process that uncovers who you are capable of becoming. Closing reflection. Life is not random. Every stage carries meaning. Every challenge carries preparation. And every sincere effort carries reward. Seek knowledge. Share what you learn. Trust the wisdom behind your journey. Because sometimes the place you are standing right now is not your destination. It is simply your training ground for what comes next.